So Yewande says that she needs reassurance, but then in this episode she says that she doesn't feel the need to reassure Danny. The hypocrisy is deafening. What is going on? You are fumbling the game. And Lucy is just crying continuously, and rightly so, and I'm glad the girls are there to support her.
With Danny is that, like, I just feel like he just always needs reassurance. I'm not going to tell you every day that I really like you and that I find you attractive. I'm not going to, it's never going to happen.
Hey guys, it's Murad Muradi. Hopefully you guys are doing well today. If you haven't already, what are you doing with your life? Subscribe to my channel, click that button for daily consistent content and videos, and follow me on my Instagram, Murad_Muradi, if you guys want to. Now, this particular episode I feel like was okay. I didn't think it was that great. I think obviously the previews of it kind of made it more elusive than what it actually was. But we are having this whole Yewande and Danny stuff that I want to put to center stage.
First day he came in here, he knew that I was the one for him and his head wouldn't be turned. And I was just kind of like, how do you know that? Like, I'm not saying my head would be turned.
This particular video. And I don't understand what's going through Yewande's head. Even when they're in bed together, you can see that she's very distant. She's very distant with him throughout, and Danny's getting frustrated. Now, at some parts, I'm kind of on Team Yewande because I'm like, maybe she knows that he's fake. Maybe she knows that something's going on. However, now I'm kind of understanding where Danny's coming from, and it's just you're continuously splitting heads because you don't know what's really right, what's really wrong in the situation. But what I'm saying is this kind of hypocrisy from Yewande where she wants reassurance, but then she's like, why do I need to give reassurance to somebody? But I feel like from her face, she's really questioning everything because she probably hasn't been with somebody like Danny in terms of, you know, somebody who is very nice or wants to be there for her or everything. But at the same time, I kind of get where she's coming from.
Or that I'm waiting for like my Prince Charming to come in here. But it's kind of like, before you give those kind of statements, you really need to understand what they're saying.
When she said that, he said, oh, his head won't be turned the first day and whatever. And it's like, why are you saying that when you don't really know that? Like, it's questioning. So I can see where she's coming from sometimes, but I feel like she needs to be clear cut with communication. Communication is the key to literally everything when it comes to your friendship, when it comes to your relationship. Like, this is where she needs to be pivotal with her movements, and she needs to be clear with her communication. Because if you are not going to solve this with Danny, you're going to be single, and that puts you in a dangerous state, and you could lose yourself from this competition.
She doesn't even know how much I've got to offer, but at what point do I have to stop and look and look where I deserve more than this?
Now, I don't think Yewande is in the competition for the money. I feel like she's in there to find somebody, and she thinks that she's probably not compatible with him and is distancing herself. However, you not being with Danny isn't the issue. For me, the issue with you is that I feel like sometimes you are being a bit hypocritical, but though, you know, a lot of people are anyways, but I feel like she's not being clear with her communication. She needs to let him know if you're not feeling it, because Danny's obviously thinking, what the hell's going on? Do I crack on with you even though I'm trying? It's been 10 days, or do I move on? Now, there are doubts with Danny from that phone call, or, you know, what he may, so he isn't somebody who's perfect, and I feel like the damsel in distress, most definitely. But at the same time, I do feel like these two aren't clear for each other, and I've said that many times, and I do think Yewande is also in the wrong here as well as Danny. I think both of them are, and I feel like Yewande needs to just let him know what's going on, because to be left out in the wild and not knowing where somebody's head is at, and you know, you're in a competition and you're looking for somebody, it can become a bit too much.
She doesn't even know how much I've got to offer, but at what point do I have to stop and look where I deserve more than this?
And seeing them continuously distant, they don't really spend much time together. Somebody like Danny is very affectionate, someone like Yewande isn't. But the reassurance stuff is, you know, a bit irritating me, because she said that she wants reassurance, but then she doesn't see why she needs to provide that for somebody else. Maybe this is a learning curve for her. Maybe she'll realize who really knows. Maybe she has a gut instinct that he is not the right person for her.
I don't like talking about how I feel, but I have tried, because I know that he wants that reassurance.
Yeah.
And he's faking it. And again, we wouldn't be surprised, because that phone call, it's just, there's so much information outside and inside the villa which can be seen as accurate or misleading, and you just don't know. So your mind is really rattled and scrambled as to who do you think is saying the truth here, in terms of which side is more genuine, and do we feel like Yewande is fumbling the bag? Do you guys think that she needs to do way more? Do let me know, comment down below in terms of this Yewande and Danny stuff. I'm really keen to know what you guys think. Do you guys agree that I feel like Yewande is fumbling sometimes, or do you guys really agree that Yewande is making the right steps and that perhaps Danny isn't the right person? At the same time, even though he isn't, you're going to be single girl, and that puts you in a dangerous position, and you might have to leave. And obviously we don't want that to occur, because I feel like she's one of the few interesting people in the villa. Although having said that, the last couple of days I don't think she's done anything that amazing. She's always hugging and kissing Amber and Michael, and somebody tweeted that she needs to find her own person and she can't be showing them love all the time. I find that quite funny, but their trio of a friendship is quite good. We also have Anna and Jordan who kissed, and again that was nice. I'm loving these POC couples. Can we get into this POC? We have Amber and Michael, we have Anna and Jordan, and obviously Danny and Yewande who are shaking. But it's nice to see that Anna and Jordan are kissing. I don't know what Jordan's hairstyle was, but we'll talk about that, and I don't even know, child. But it was nice to see them kissing, and that was quite cute. We have Moro talks about how she's only slept with 5 people. I feel like people are going to find that a bit shocking because obviously how forward she is and the confidence that she has. But at the same time, you know, it is what it is. I feel like, okay, what are you able to do with that information? Like, and she slept with a girl before. Okay, Tommy's a bit enthused by that. And we also have Lucy who's breaking down and is upset and tumultuous about this whole situation. And I'm very glad that the girls are all there to support her. Molly May especially, I feel like she's got a good head on her, and we didn't really see that from the beginning of the episodes. We have to remember that editing is so powerful here. 24 hours and 45 minutes is edited. Joe could not be a creep at all. He could be an absolutely nice person, but the way the editing is done has made it seem like he's this particular individual, which is quite sad considering that he will now be coming out of the villa to a lot of criticism, and you know that can be a lot of a jeopardy to one's mental health. But then again, Love Island don't really care about people's mental health because look what they did to Sharif. I'm going to keep reiterating Sharif in my future Love Island reviews because we're not going to forget about that bad scandal because it's just definitely not cute. But I feel like, again, I was sitting with my friends watching this and we were just like, all the boys are dead. None of them are funny. There's no Kem. There's no Chris Hughes. There's no like Wes. There's no like Jack. Like there's no funny personalities are not there. At this point, Georgia might as well just come back in. Because really and truly, this is just like, the personalities are so dead. There's nobody who's funny. Everybody is too strategic, and it can get so tiring that, you know, okay, Maura came in and shook things up. Molly May came in and shook things up. But like, there isn't anybody who you'd like to build a bridge with from a funny kind of perspective.
This is cracking me up.
Of course it is, babe. Party don't start till I walk in.
There she is.
I don't know. I'm very keen to know what you guys think about this whole Yewande stuff. What are your thoughts on this particular kind of scenario? Are you on Yewande's side, Danny's side, or do you feel like Yewande is not really being clear with her communication? And do you guys think that she needs to do better? Because I do feel like she definitely needs to. I don't think she's doing enough, and I feel like she's fumbling the bag big time, and you know, she's being hypocritical, and she kind of needs to sort out that situation because it is what it is. A new girl's coming in now to the scenes and we don't know who he is and who she is. A new girl's coming into the scenes and we don't know who she is, but reports are saying that perhaps she's Curtis's ex. And if that is the truth, that's just going to irritate me because we've seen that narrative last year. Stop repeating stuff like this because it's just annoying. But he seems shocked at the end and quite like taken aback. So perhaps that is his ex, so perhaps he's just attracted to that girl. But she looks like she'll cause more drama, and hopefully maybe she'll be a addictive personality, because again, we're not seeing anybody from this season who is fun, who's, you know, good to know or like happy. Like everybody just plateaued. Everybody's very strategic. You know, there's only a few people in there, like perhaps Yewande sometimes, or Amber at the most, who was fun. As opposed to last season, this episode and this season isn't doing that great at all. Just the guys are not funny, neither are the girls. Nobody is like Kem or like Wes, and unfortunately it is irritating. But hopefully the season is going to get better and better, because this last week wasn't that bad, and there's more narratives to play with here, and the more narratives are an episode, the better it's going to be, because there's more that we can talk about and divulge into. So I feel like Curtis and Amy probably won't last. I don't want them to win the show because I feel like Amy is very manipulative, and I feel like low-key she's irritated that Lucy is here, and I wouldn't be surprised now if Amy turns against Amber and Michael, because she may see them as a threat, because she feels now that she's secure in this kind of lovey-dovey relationship that will last to the final, and perhaps now she kind of sees Amber and Michael as a threat, because really and truly those two relationships are the only two that seem to be strong-ish. I do feel like Curtis has a wandering eye, and I feel like he probably will swear away. I am now warming up to Anton. I feel like Anton seems to be somebody who's pleasurable, who's a funny person, who, you know, is a very nice guy. So hopefully we'll see where Mr. Blackface ends up, and, you know, if he's end up gonna perhaps get with his new girl, when this new girl comes, because we just don't know, but she looks like she might cause some trouble. But at the same time, I just feel like they keep on throwing in new people, and all these new people are the same, with okay looks and bland personalities. Nobody is like Georgia, nobody is like Rosie, nobody is like Megan, like people who you would like. I know comparison can be the thief of enjoyment to an extent, and we shouldn't be continuously comparing, but at the same time we are going to. However, this is obviously a higher rated season, and that could be only because the last few seasons were great, so people are more amplified. But I do feel like I don't know. I just feel like this keeps going to a plateaued kind of area, and I feel like the only reason Love Island was doing quite a lot was because of Amora and the scandal outside Love Island with Sharif. And really and truly, I don't know. Do I feel like Mora and Tom will get on? I don't think so. I think Tom is intimidated by her, and I can understand why, but I feel like these two are not compatible either. I just feel like Tom isn't giving what she wants, and she wants something that he cannot give. So these two cannot be compatible, and I feel like that will put them in danger, and I feel like Tom could be one to go soon. However, Jordan and Anna are doing absolutely great, so hopefully these two will flourish, but something in me tells me that Jordan isn't the one for her, and I feel like he'll break her heart. I don't think Michael will break Amber's heart because everybody sees him as a heartbreaker, but I feel like Jordan will break Anna's heart. Let me know what you guys think about this particular review. Do subscribe to my channel, click that button for consistent content, and follow me on my Instagram, Murad_Morali. Let me know what your thoughts are on this whole Yewande Danny stuff. I'm really intrigued to know what you guys think, if you guys agree or disagree with what I'm saying, and what are your thoughts on her as, you know, is she funding the bag or not? I'm just interested because that seems to be the main narrative of this particular kind of week. Hopefully in the forthcoming episodes we're not going to just see Lucy crying all the time. I feel like she's a very sweet girl and she's going through a lot right now, but please, oversaturation can kill your audience, and I feel like we need to see more other people because we have seen a lot of Lucy, but she seems to be doing off better with the girls, and maybe somebody will come in and sweep off her feet because I don't think her and Joe are compatible, but again, that's me seeing from what we are seeing on TV. Maybe they are, who knows. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys soon. Let's just go to Santorini. You want to go to Santorini?
When?
5-star holiday, 380 per person, including 3 nights, spa hotel, private beach, breakfast, and flights.
It's not bad.
It's bad. Flights and hotel and Santorini, like everything. However, you have to go from London to Manchester, but I know you love a good road trip, so I think that is an issue.
You know, one thing I actually just did?
I'm down to go. Let's just
I got my friends to agree to it.
I want to book this.
We're doing a